deep in the heart of Texas.
We're in the business of winning.
Don't bet against me.
I don't bet anyway.
Lose your life.
We're going to start with Michigan, Penn State, and you guys can take it away.
All right. So Michigan. Ian, you want to go first?
Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. All right.
These are mind games by Ren. I can already tell. These are mind games.
I'm good. So Michigan, Penn State, the way I see it, they're literally mirror images of each other. And the loser of this game, pretty much out of it. And if you look at all three of these, including Ohio State, the 100th best, what is it?
Strength of schedule. So, and with Michigan, you keep hearing on the radio, which I doubt they'll do, that we're going to ban you from a bowl ban this year, which will make most people mad. Let's say they win, and then they're like, oh, we're taking it away next year. Like, my whole point on this has nothing to do with the game. I think Michigan, Penn State will be a low scoring kind of game. I don't, it could flip a coin who wins. But my thing is, does the college football, do they, penalize them now or penalize them later? Because that's going to have huge ramifications on the rest of, who gets in and who doesn't. And, I just wanted to hear y'all's side of that. This has nothing to do with the game. I just wanted to know what y'all thought about that, listening to it all week. All right, well, then real quick, Michigan -5 or Penn State +5?
Penn State +5. I think Michigan's been on too much crap.
Well, to your point, then I'll say to your point real quick, and then I'll say mine. I think that whatever punishment comes down, they're not going to ban Michigan from any bowls this season for sure. And I think that if they do punish them, it'll be like kind of a Harbaugh-based punishment, or they're just going to kick this all to next season and start all the punishments there. There's no way I don't think that they ban them from a bowl. So that's my thing on that. If they do, it would be in the future, not this season.
Well, on that point, do you think they say, in 2024, sorry, we're like Reggie Bush, we're taking your title away from 23?
Even if they did that, it doesn't matter. If Michigan wins the title, everyone knows that the
Right. All right.
It's kind of a stupid punishment, in my opinion.
I feel like it had to be talked about.
USC won those championships. Like no one ever. When those things existed, when they vacated their records, everyone still recognized they won in 03 and 04 or whatever.
Yeah,
so
there's a big difference between this cheating and that. Just everybody was doing what they were doing. But Nick, you got anything to say about that?
Yeah, I although it might have seemed dumb at the time, I think it was smart for Michigan to to suspend Harbaugh for those 3 or 4 games or whatever it was in the beginning of the season. Again, it was against nobody who mattered, right? So they kind of front lashed a little bit. They kind of got out ahead of it, I think. So if that grants them any leniency, is a possibility. I don't know how deep this goes in terms of they're still investigating or what else may be uncovered. But as it sits now, I don't know what they would do. Like maybe a year you're bowl ineligible at the most, maybe I would think. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. And I don't think, I think if Michigan does good this year, which they're looking like they will, I don't think this is really going to do anything, right? It's kind of like, Bill Belichick and the whole thing. It's like, we all know people are doing this. Like, I still don't even really see a huge problem with what he did, or to be honest with you. Like, you're going to games, you're watching the guys, they're doing play calling. Like, is it a little shady? Absolutely. Do I hate it? Not really. I don't really care. You play to win, man. And if all they're going to do is slap them with some kind of 1-year bowl ineligible, well worth it, right? If it means you get a little closer to winning a ring or beating your opponents. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I think this is stupid. I think it's not going to matter. We're going to look back in 2 years and it'll be like a little blip on the radar. But they might get 1 year of bowl ineligible or some scholarships removed or something like that.
I think another telling sign is that Michigan is clearly caught. Like, all the evidence points that they've been doing it. Which, yeah, they broke the rules, whatever. And so their recent statement, which I'm sure y'all read, where they're like, "Well, Ohio State, Rutgers, Pitt, and somebody else were doing it too." Like that was their rebuttal, which is like, all right, well, okay, Big Ten, y'all suck anyway. But I mean, if that's the way y'all want to play it,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think a
I
lot is
really
going
don't.
to
But the way they're saying on the radio is moralistic. Like, if you're the voters, does a part of you have a moral that says maybe I'm gonna go from Michigan to Texas instead, or Michigan?
No, I don't. No, I don't think it
Yeah,
matters at all like that.
I think it is played on the field. I agree with that, but Ohio's gonna beat them anyway, and it's not gonna matter. So
Well, all that being said, I'm taking Michigan -5. I think they're going to make a statement here. Both teams have a great defense. The difference is Michigan can make explosive plays. Penn State can't. Like they got to be. I haven't looked up the stats, but as far as like explosive plays, if you consider that a play over 30 yards or something, Penn State has got to be at the bottom. They're very just slow, methodical, moving down the field, and I think Michigan's better than them at that. Plus, they have the explosive play factor and the better run game. So I'll take Michigan -5.
yeah, I just think they're mirrors of each other, and then Ohio State's gonna expose them.
I do think it's close. I probably would take Michigan -4.5, but that 44.5 over under seems really low. Like these guys are putting up 35 plus almost every game, minus the one game Penn State had against Ohio State. I don't know if Michigan's defense is as good as Ohio State's. It might be close. So it makes me lean Michigan with the spread, but the 44.5 over under, I'm probably going to hit that for a 2 or 3, I think.
But to your point, they're playing teams like Indiana, Purdue. You know, like Ian said, the 100th strength of schedule. So it's not like they've faced it. Like if they've been facing Ohio States and like Michigan State back when they were good, maybe those numbers would be a little bit lower. But I mean, I feel like those teams are just too grinded out teams. 44 is a very low number in college, so I tend to agree with you on that.